We have our ambassadors with us who will be doing a quick demo about their project, which they have been building so far. So we were planning to have this kind of thing frequently in a month to showcase what people are building and you can get some sort of inspiration. And we have with us Papa who's going to demo his cool fitness app. There's tons of things which you can learn from him. And then we have also Sai. Yeah, let's begin. Stage over to you.
Yes, what a pleasure, what an honor. You can hear in the background, I'm actually at the gym because I wanted to have the opportunity to share some of the applications that I'm building with Refact, which is this really powerful coding automation tool. And these are some of the key ways that I'm using Refact. So I'm really bringing ideas of mine to life and expanding on prototypes. There's maybe templates online that you can start off with. And in this instance, I'd come across some GitHub repos of really cool ways that are open source that people had already built to track how to use the webcam to count the number of press ups, count the number of squats, count the number of pull-ups, etc. And so I was like, okay, what if I used Refact to turn that into an app that a community could use to, or like a family or a friendship group, to compete, to work on collective goals together, and to really just try and have a bit more fun doing exercise, which can sometimes be a bit boring, especially if you do it alone. And there's loads of opportunities that historically I would not have been able to access because I'd say I'm a very rookie developer. I understand the basics. And having a tool like Refact has just really been so powerful to help tie together some of the aspects that I was maybe a bit more familiar with, front end, JavaScript, with some of the more complex aspects to me on the back end. And so you can see here that just in the next 3 months, here are some of the things that I'm working on. There's these sort of hackathons where you just build these really niche ideas and products, and you get these really cool remuneration. This is one that's been done by Google. And there's loads of opportunity, and a tool as powerful as Refact is just such a game changer in terms of enabling access to these kinds of opportunities. So yeah, you should definitely, if you haven't already, dive into Refact and have a go with it. And so here I'm going to show a couple of them. So this is the one I showed last week, and it's a tool for measuring your press ups and your push ups. Okay, let's try, and your squats, sorry. So let's try with, and we've got this leaderboard. Anyone who's participated, when you do your push-ups or you do your squats, you get added to this leaderboard, and then there's a bunch of rewards I'm building for those who are high up the leaderboard. Do have a go with this. It's live at imperfectform.fun. So let's start with this one. You're about to see, oh my goodness. Okay, we've got some teething issues. Maybe this is because I have disconnected it. Okay, so here's me in Refact playing around, and yes, I can see that I have actually disconnected it. 456 yarn dev, and you can see I've got a really powerful setup here where Refact here has just been so helpful throughout. Look how much I've used it. And this is just today to help me in building this. All right, so 3 4 5 6. I like to use these really niche ports because it ends up caching my old builds. And okay, whilst that's loading, we can use this one. So this is an improvement I've made since last week. I showcased the last one last week, which was with squats and push-ups, and we'll do that again when it compiles. It takes a little bit of time. And so this one is with pull-ups and with jumping. So you can leverage AI to give you feedback on your jumping. Okay, so here we go. All right, so this is a pose detection model that gives you a bit of feedback. You can see there on the right side, it's telling me when I'm in the right position to get started. It kind of needs to see my whole body to activate, and then with any luck, it will tell me I'm ready. Okay, here we go. We nearly had it. And so the whole premise of this is one of the health indicators, health marker, there we go. Oh my goodness, it's so sensitive. Of good health is having strong legs. At least that's what I read in a study. And I wonder why it's not letting me. And so, anyway, the whole premise is it tracks your jumping. Let's change this to pull-ups instead. And this one is a pull-up tracker as well, which similarly is designed to help you measure your form when you're doing pull-ups. Okay, so we get a bit of feedback there, and then it will give you an indication of what your form was like, right? And as you can see here, okay, I've got a very angry coach here giving me feedback, and I can ask questions. What was wrong? Inconsistent form, improve bottom elbow extension, reduce asymmetry. And so, yeah, this is the idea that you can leverage AI to kind of keep an eye on what you're up to and improve it. Okay, it looks like this is now loading. And so the key thing here is it's on chain. So I'm leveraging Web3 because there's some really powerful primitives around incentivization of participation. And so I don't know if that'll work now. Oh yeah, here we go. So there's different ways that you can log in, whether it's via email or via this wallet. Okay, so here's the push-ups one. Let's see. And so the whole idea is to build out this ecosystem where we will be able to do a bunch of really fun tracking of health, whether it's breathing or I've got one for your voice. And so at the moment it's initializing, and it should, with any luck, be triggering the skeleton. There we go. Oh, where's it gone? It's being a bit temperamental, it seems. Anyway, you get the point. And another one that I'm building now is around music. And this is all scaffolded inside Refact. And you can see it can build all these really cool interfaces, my UX. And so I've obviously got a little bit more work to do to make it a bit more reliable. But yeah, it's really fun. And what a privilege to be able to kind of think up these concepts, build out these ideas. So this idea is around tipping in person, let's say at a conference or an event. And I sometimes find them really boring. And I'd love to be able to create a bounty or create an incentive for anyone who's speaking about a particular topic. And if they make it funny, or if they, or in the reverse, someone who's doing a conference and speaking, this incredible pool of talent, people who are listening or people who might be watching it online, who could create these viral clips from the content, and just have a platform that you say, okay, here's a bounty. If you take these audio clips or take the video and make something really compelling that I can use on YouTube or on Twitter, etc., then I'll pay. That delivers value, and I'll pay for it. Maybe even out of the tips that I earn whilst I'm speaking. There's a really powerful ecosystem that you can build there. Anyway, that's a flavor of what we're working on. I'll hand back over to you, Annika.
Awesome. Would you like to share some of your code snippets maybe to the audience? That would be really great. Maybe just walk through the, agent itself.
Yeah, okay, sure thing. Are you still seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So in this instance, this is for the press ups. It's called imperfect form. And I'm building it with Yarn. And I've really got two key aspects here. Well, three that were difficult to build, but are really powerful. One is this leaderboard. So we're live on three different blockchains. One is called Celo, another one is called Monad, another one is called Base, and actually we're live on one called Polygon. And each of them have these incentives that they send you for generating activity on their networks, right? And I've got some big communities that use this regularly to track each other's exercise, motivate each other, etc. And we're able to track all of their activity and showcase it on the front end, which is really great. And Refact has been really brilliant, I think, especially when I come in here and mess around and I break things. Like in this instance, I'm gonna have to go in and ask it, oh, why was it being so unreliable or slow when I was trying to do the pull-ups or trying to do the jumping? And there's different aspects of the app, whether it's submitting your scores to the contract, whether it's the game logic and the way the webcam is initialized. So one of the issues even there, just sort of showcasing it, I've got to think about is what happens in that window between when you initialize it and when the skeleton shows up on the body. It's quite a long window and sometimes someone might think it's broken, so that's a challenge. For distribution, there's a really rich community of people in Web3 on an app called Farcaster. And Refact's been really good at helping me design how this shows up on mobile, on a web app, like maybe a desktop environment, like you've just seen now, inside Farcaster. And you could do the same inside Telegram, inside different form factors. And so you could take an idea and really make it universal across different contexts. And so that's a bit about that code base. And then here, this is for the music one. Oh, it's been really great at helping me build out Solidity smart contracts as well. So you can see here in green, this is just some of the stuff that we've been doing recently. And so the latest update from Refact was to say, hey, we've got an MVP here and we've got a unified architecture and we need to really make a push towards getting it all working together in synchrony in production. So even there, as I was trying to show you what the tipping page looks like, it was taking a long time to load. And that speaks to something around my database infrastructure and sort of what I'm doing on the back end. And I need to make sure that really syncs up well in production. Probably what the problem is, I'm using a free backend called render service. And so after periods of inactivity, it takes a bit longer to load up. And so I just need to either pay for it or just design around that a little bit and make sure that's nicely set up. It is what we're talking about: landing page optimization, mobile first navigation, creating marketplaces and dashboards. This is all stuff that Refact's amazing at. And so that's just a little snippet of what I've been using it for, literally even just today. Look, we've got all this which I've got to integrate and really test. So yeah, that's a little flavor, Annika. I don't know if that's particularly useful.
Awesome. Yeah, that looks really great. Yeah, thanks for demoing. We have a couple of things in the chat. I say, wow, amazing set of apps. There is like cool examples. Somebody says it has a huge code base.
Yes, huge code base, absolutely.
Yeah, so it would be interesting for people to try. So I guess we will be sharing the credits in the Discord community for people to try. Yeah.
Yes, yes. If you just, I'll put something into the Discord on the chat, and feel free to message me or ping me, text me, whatever. I'm wondering why isn't this loading up? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, there's something broken in my camera loading. Fine. no problem. I'll fix it. But thank you so much for hosting and for having me.
Yeah, awesome. Excited to try that as well. And I'm even excited for community folks to even try and let us know. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for demoing and thanks for joining.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Awesome. Yeah, great. Okay, next we have Rivan. You can hear me? Hey.
Hey, yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Yeah, actually, I'm building a tool for explain it. It's a personal AI explainer for everything. It's a tool which explains you every topic. If you're going to use like ChatGPT and stuff like AI models, they give you like a lot of big responses. And you are a people who don't want to read around big messages and you want short messages and you don't want to. If you get around short messages and you don't want to read those messages and just want to listen, so there is no tool around it. Like I'm building a tool for explain it. It it makes any complex topics into small explainable content. It can be made easily to explain and learn around for students and educators. These concepts like quantum computing and quantum physics and like Kubernetes are difficult. If you want to learn around like some documentations, we are not getting around it. So I'm building a tool on explain it. So it explains every topic around entirely in the world. It explains everything. If you're gonna go for exams and trying for new tech around some stacks, this tool breaks the every part of the difficulty things, and it explains in a simple and nice manner, in a nice explanation. Yeah, like this tool is basically like visually and textuality and interactively too. Basically, chatbots and stuff, other stuff like use only chat responses. So this tool let you visualize the things by making some diagrams and stuff, so people can easily remember it. And it has an nice audio, so it can explain everything with an audio. It's gonna be cool. Like people try around it and it will be with you around like 24 into 7 like and whenever you need. So I'm going to go for a web app and an extension also and thinking of making an Android app as well. So yeah, I'll just show a demo of my app which I built. Okay, this is it. This is what I built. Explain a video tool. So if you're getting around some topics like I don't know like what is React Native and how to build some stuff around React Native concepts. So I just enter the topic and hit create video. It creates the explanation video. Basically, it has a backend of a OpenAI model which generates the script and audio as well. Yeah. The video is ready. The audio is also generating and makes some nice animations as well. This is like a basic MVP version which I built few days back and now for scaling up I just built entire for scaling up, I just built entire thing into changing into full languages into the. Currently, this has a backend of a Python server and a front end like a HTML, simple HTML. Now I'm migrating entire thing uh, into a React-based web app, which has a nice chatbot interface and audio video tool as well, which I will gonna be deployed in a next week. So yeah, I will share you the link as well, so you can try it out. And Refact is around like it's great tool. It was like having me with the entire thing. The context is very nice. Chat and the integrated chat tools are really amazing. Yeah, it's super cool. I just give prompts and it fixes and it generates the code and it fixes the bug. Uh, Basically, I use it like today around. I use it like converting the thing, total my project into React Expo and React Native things. I just used around some tokens and generated entire code snippets as well. This entire code generated using AI using Refact.ai. I did the plots on it for Yeah, this is what I built in these days. And yeah, in coming days, I'm gonna build around like some nice tool which explains everything in the world.
Awesome. I don't see any questions in the chat, but yeah, really cool tool as well. I just wish I had, this tool when I was in my university. But yeah, that's really cool. And I'm even excited to try when you're going to deploy that application as well. So yeah, thanks. So yeah, thanks Sai, thanks Papa for joining. I'm just wishing Papa, can you turn on your camera maybe if possible? Oh, great. Awesome. Okay. I hope I'm not disturbing you in your gym. Yeah, but okay, yeah, thanks everyone. So, just to folks who have, kind of joined our session, we are quickly giveaway 1 month pro subscription to Refact so that you can try and build awesome apps using this code. So, use the code giveaway to 1 month pro subscription. You can try and build really cool app, and feel free to join our Discord community as well. So I'm going to share the link in the comments just after a few minutes. So feel free to join our Discord community as well. Share what you're building, and maybe next week I'm happy to even bring you on stage and demo things which you have been doing so far. I'm pretty excited to see, and we'll be having more such demos coming up next week. So, yeah, thanks everyone for joining again.
What can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
What kind of apps would you like to see if you were to set a challenge for us for this next week? What would you like to see by next week?
That's a tricky question, but yes, a cool app which has a lot of use cases. Yeah, I really like the fitness app, maybe going into some other domain as well. But yeah, I'm just, yeah, excited to see what others are building. Yeah.
And what have you seen in the community? What else have other people been building? What has the Refact team? What have they been? What developments have they made with the? I see there's a lot of it. It seems to be adding new features all the time.
Okay, we had couple of people building SEO generator. I've seen even Sai building cool apps, but I'm not sure, he has not shared in this stream, but has really built some cool stuff as well. And people are building their own personal project using Refact. I personally use Refact to write our documentation, like our contribution guide, and that was really cool. It really helped me to give a lot of good examples and help me, write the documentation and the contribution guide itself. So I'm personally using it for all the technical documentation and writing stuff. But yeah, there are pretty of other stuff which I've seen, but one of them, I'm not sure, he's our ambassador. He built a Swift app having zero knowledge about Swift, and he just did a vibe coding thing and built the app. So it's pretty challenging, like, yeah. So that's what people have built so far, and we have other stuff which people are building, so I'm really excited to see. So if you want to, just connect with other folks who are building, you can join our community. We do, all of these stuff as well. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining, and thanks Utkar, and thanks Sai and, Papa for joining. See you guys soon. Bye.